Speaking of cockroaches, where was your antennas when them niggas was stealing my shit out the stove?
I didn't see him take anything.
You didn't see him take anything? Well, look next time. Use your eyes. They ain't supposed to just be hazed, or they supposed to do some goddamn work around here. This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Oh, be careful. Lord, gee, well, you know what? I'm tired of your presence. Dismissed.
Slow money beat no money, that's for sure. If you ain't riding with me, homie, that's the dough. I know the favor ain't fair, dog, but this I know. Being a broke motherfucker ain't the way to go. Slow money beat no money, that's for sure. If you ain't riding with me, homie, that's the dough. I know the favor ain't fair, dog, but this I know. Being a broke motherfucker ain't the way to go.
Y'all done seen plenty dicks and balls, long balls. But I'm here now. Come get that bread, get that head. Take your bad ass to Detroit. You should know not to go if a round trip ticket first class is $39.99. Do not go. I got the insurance for that shit, and I got a good job beside this job. I'm on a 5-city tour. If y'all want to catch me, I'm on a 5-city tour. Arlington, Plano, Richardson, DeSoto, and Duncanville.
Introducing the most electrifying man today. He's the hardest working. Can you smell him as he hits you with a rock bottom? He is the originator of the Bash Squad. He is none other than the head of the table. He is the T'Challa of Entertainment, Mr. T.M.
You about to listen to what?
The greatest news segment in history.
I know what time it is. Did you just unmute my mic, director? So I got to do it over again, right? Yeah, put your pad. Let's go. It's Tuesday night, and y'all know what time it is. It's time for TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate, y'all. Man, we got a heck of a show going on tonight. We got a special guest, the very funny Miss Lisa Love. Comedian Lisa Love is in the building. Man, we got a hot topic. We're going to talk about that DL and Monique heat, and we're going to talk about the obstacles of being a female comedian. Man, that's all going on tonight. But y'all know daggone well, first of all, that I am the bad man, a.k.a. the black sheep, a.k.a. Mr. TMI. I am Tate, and I'm holding right here the podcast championship belt. And for all of you badasses out there, all of you podcasters out there that think you got the best, and I ain't talking about, let's get some stuff straight. I'm not talking about the most watched podcast. I'm not talking about the most talked about podcast. I'm not talking about the overhyped podcast. I'm talking about a podcast of quality, a quality podcast that bring it every week. If you are that podcast, you can be a champion. You can be a champion. You can be a championship podcast. Hey, registration is opening June 15th. We're going to post a link as soon as that link is available. All you got to do is enter your podcast if you bad enough. If you bad enough, shum on. What Michael Jackson say? Shum on. Come on with it. So, if you want this 6 pounds of glory right here, show me you bad enough and enter your podcast. Now, in saying that, I ain't going to hold that boy the whole show like I did last show because my damn shoulder hurt. Shit, I'm getting old. Damn all that. Holding that damn thing like, no, this ain't real. I didn't fight to get this shit. Hell, you ain't finna, I ain't in shape. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I ain't in shape to hold the damn belt like that. Now, in saying that, I guess, did I miss some director? The director got a real funny looking smirk. Hell no. Everybody, here go the director. Natasha, what is the smirk for? What you got the smirk on your face for? We can't hear you. You got to cut your mic. Every week I got to tell you, you got to cut your mic on. You the director. You're controlling the sound. Got me up here looking like a white flying monkey from the Wiz. Never mind. Y'all better not say this.
You look fly. You look fly.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Like 70s fly.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with 70s fly. 70s fly was when they had the hair on their chest. What was sexy? I want to ask my mama and them, what was so sexy about the men with the hair on their damn chest? That's what I want to know. You like laying on that hairy, sweaty, nasty ass chest? Anyway, and then all the chest, like Dolomite and them had the nappy chest hair.
I got so many thoughts running in my head right now.
Look. Anyway, we need to kick this thing off with the what's up shout outs, right or wrong?
Right.
All right, well, I'm
right.
going to send you to the back and let you do your thing, girl. Appreciate you. Hey, so it's time for the what's up shout outs. So you know what to do.
What's up? What's up? What up?
Sponsored by.
If you are in need of a private chef, catering, or meal prep services, and you want to spice up your life, just add a touch of olive. A touch of olive will wake up your palate and have your taste buds dancing. If you want a touch of the best when it comes to delicious food, add to your life a touch of class, a touch of taste, a touch of olive.
I really gotta stop not eating before the show and then playing that damn touch of olive video, because I be hungry as hell after that touch of olive video. So we're gonna ban Chef D from the show. We're gonna ban your video, Chef D. The damn food look too good. Anyway, it's time to shout it out. Hey, what's up? So first of all, let's do something different. Let me shout the folks out that's in here first. How about that? So I saw Robin comment. Hold on. I'm gonna actually go there so you ain't got to struggle, Natasha. Let me see. I got Robin. What's up, B. Jeezy? What's up, Nana? What's up, LaMonica? What's up to Marionette, the queen of tongue-tied Tate? Gregorio, my boy, is in there, man. What's up to all of y'all? Now, we won't get into these what's up shout-outs. What's up to Nakia Nicole, Allison, AD, that's Coach, the love coach. You gotta you gotta make your voice deep for that. The love coach. Coach AD, Quincy Wells, DeMonico, that's Mr. C something himself, David Muse, Brian Pearson, the director, Cortina Jackson, Tom Bersubero, JoJo Thomas, Roche Moore, Victor McCowan, William Mayer, my boy Honeycomb Huncho. I shouldn't be hollering Honeycomb Huncho too that damn loud, because that might be a G violation. But anyway, Kimberly Lassane, what's happening with you? Mr. Dillinger, Demetria Olive, none other than Touch of Olive herself. That's all them goodies y'all be seeing. Chandra Weekly, what's up, Chandra? LaMonica Davis, Mike Green, Raymond Ware, and Michael, that look like Hilton. That's a new dude, man. And then I got some comments from DJ Solo. What's up to you, Antonio Blunt, MBGZ Deuce. I don't know. I know who that nickel figure is, but I don't know who that nickel figure is, if you know what I mean. What's up? Let me see. I think I hit everybody. Demo. Let me see. And that's it. I hit everybody. So what's up? What's up? What's up to y'all, man? I appreciate y'all interacting with that and engaging with that post. Also, for all of y'all out there, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. For those of y'all don't know where you're subscribing to, it's Bold and Driven EP on YouTube. And hey, subscribe because we growing. I promise you, we growing. We might be growing one person a damn quarter, but we growing. So in saying that, it's time to bring my guests to the stage. It is time. It is time. Once again, y'all, the hilarious, and I'm saying it, she is hilariously funny. Y'all gotta check her out if you're in the DFW area. None other than comedian Miss Lisa Love. What's going on, girl?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Did I flip on you real quick?
You did.
Not like I got a pipe. Look,
Yes.
I got to show y'all though that Mr. TMI ain't playing around no more. So I'm finna bring it out. See, I was playing with y'all asses at first. Now I got to show y'all what time it is.
Bring it out. They got a song. Bring it out.
Well, welcome to our show, man. Welcome to TMI News, and it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. Nervous, of course, but just excited. I'm glad to be here.
So damn all that, we're going to cut to the chase. Lisa and I met in other folks' chat rooms. We are, damn all that, we're going to tell it. We are huge fans of none other than the 5150, Corey Hogan 5150 show. We are huge fans of Alpha Male show. That's Ray Grady.
Alpha Male Monday, yep.
Alpha Male Monday. And we be in the damn chat room cutting up. So I'm seeing her name and I'm like, yo, this lady is one of my Facebook friends. Matter of fact, she's a comedian in the area. I wonder, is that the same lady? So in their chat room, we are talking about, hey, is that you? Yeah, that's me. Is that you? So it was also funny that I got hacked, right? Y'all know my damn page got hacked. And Lisa was one of the recipients of a message. What did that message say? I tell the people what that message said.
It said you needed to borrow some money. You needed to borrow $100 and that you would pay me back. You know, you ain't never asked me for no money and it's an emergency. And if it wasn't an emergency, you wouldn't ask me, blah, blah, blah. You know, just a whole message about how you needed this $100 and how to send it.
When was I gonna pay that $100 back?
And on Friday.
So I want to say the hell with them hackers, man. Y'all can kiss my black ass.
And I was concerned because I know you don't ask. This is how they get you. They send for some reason people that they know I don't talk to on a regular basis, but I know.
Right.
And somebody that I would say, oh, I got $100. What's good? You know, like I'm the perfect person for them to get.
Right.
Because I'll be thinking people really need $100.
So it was one recently in my chat room. I mean, in my inbox, and y'all know I'm scarred. I'm scarred because they got me. So this bastard gonna ask me, what's my Cash App? He's gonna Cash App me $50. And I think my Cash App was $ these nuts, $ kiss my black ass. And I just kept it going. So I love messing with them. First of all, the hacker didn't know, this particular hacker that reached out to you, this is a different person, but they didn't know that they hacked a heckler. So Lisa, I would get up every morning, bright and shiny, and type them a sweet old message like, good morning, hackers. I see that y'all still trying to hack people's account so that y'all can feed all them skinny ass kids in your village. Because we found out that it was 2 African girls that jacked my account.
Yeah.
And so every morning I would get up and call them some sweet little names. They didn't know. So I heckled them so bad that they ended up changing my whole profile, took all my pictures off, took everything off, changed the name. They like, leave this crazy Negro. We can't leave his name up there.
I have never been hacked, fortunately. I guess they don't find nothing interesting in my shit.
You know what, Lisa? They got me one early morning. And I promise you, I had just inboxed my cousin and we was talking about the pizza that I made. So the next morning they said, hey, give me your phone number. So I'm thinking it's my cousin. And I'm like, here you go. So then they say, hey, I locked myself out of my Facebook account. Send me that code. And it's early. It's the first day I'm returning to the office. I'm off my square. And I sent the damn code and went into the building. And you know, when you go into work and you go in the building at work, you lose all connection with the world. Before I know it, I come back off break, everybody calling me, everybody inboxing me. And I'm like, damn, they got me. They got me. They had totally locked me out my stuff. But anyway, fuck y'all hackers. I got to say that. Lisa, you are an awesome comedian in the DFW area. And our topic later on is we're going to talk about the obstacles of being a female comedian. But right now, I want you to let the people know, man, how did you get started? Like, what motivated you to get started?
You know, like, I've always been the kid who was the funniest person everywhere I went. Like, It was so natural for me. Like, my mother is very funny and my dad is very funny. So as I was growing up, I would always be the one joking and getting in trouble in school. I was 6 feet tall, light skinned, looking like I was a mixed child. So people used to talk about me. So initially, I used to fight them. And you know how your parents, my mother was like, if I come up to that school one more time, I don't have time to take off work to come get you. She told me to stop fighting these people and talk about them. And I was like, what I'm going to say? She was like, pull up that yearbook. Let's go over some things. Let me show you. To tell me who's been talking about you, and I'll tell you what to say. So we went to the little 8th grade, 7th grade yearbook, and she circled the people, and she was like, this biscuit head nigga, like she was just going in. And she taught me how to roast. So I started my own roast campaign to stop fighting because I was really getting kicked out of school. And in my community, you don't get kicked out of school.
Right.
Your parents cannot be coming up to the school. And I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to the D. So
all right.
In Detroit, you can't listen. That's your school, your babysitter until your parents get there. Like, you got to act right in school. So I just started taking her advice. And when people would talk about me, I would just start roasting them. So that went on. And then, you know, I told my mom when I was a senior in high school, hey, I want to be a comedian. And she just act like I didn't say nothing to her. She was like, I don't know who you talking to, but you better go to college. That comedy is not a job. That's not a job. You're not about to waste all these years I spent on you to tell jokes. You're going to college. So again,
Mama, you started it.
Mama, you started it, but she didn't give a damn about that. So went to college, worked, got married, had kids, and it never was something that I could stop doing what I was doing in my life to try.
Right.
And then I moved from Detroit to dusty ass Dallas, hot ass Dallas. And as my children got older, people used to always tell me, go to the comedy club, go to the comedy club. I'm like, whatever. So a good friend of mine, Naomi Scott, the network queen, she signed me up for an open mic at a club called Firefly, which was a Chinese restaurant in Addison that they let the Black people have, I think, on Wednesday night to do comedy.
Right.
So I signed up for the open mic. I didn't know anything to do. I met Quentin Coleman at the open mic.
Okay. Comedian Q. Shout out to Comedian Q.
Comedian Q. I met him that night. He was like, look, this is the rules. You got 5 minutes. Be funny. Don't fuck up my crowd. Hurry up. Blah, blah. What's your name? So it just kind of went from there. I did really well for that little 5 minutes. I was cussing early because I was nervous. But as time went on, I just learned, you know, what was funny to me. And I began to get comfortable on stage. It takes a long time to be comfortable.
Right.
Anybody can get up there and tell jokes and be kind of funny, but it's a lot involved with connecting with the crowd and, you know, your voice and your diction and what you're talking about. So over time, I really loved it. Like the feeling that I got from the first open mic, I have had that same feeling every time I get on stage. So I really started to take it serious after a couple of years around doing open mics. I started to take it serious, and it became the easiest job that I've ever had.
That is awesome, man.
Like the easiest job I have ever had is talking shit and getting paid.
We know the bug, man. You get bit by the bug, and you said something that was very connecting to me. When you were in school, you know, coming out of school, you wanted to do comedy. I did too, but I just didn't know where to go and how to get in. Nobody ever said just go to an open mic. Nobody ever said any. Only thing I ever heard was Mahogany says, "Love Lisa." Yes.
Hey, Mahogany.
Only thing that I ever was told that is that you need to be a comedian. You need to be a comedian. And I'm like, how the hell you get in it? I don't know. And if I had known that all you had to do was go to open mics, oh man, I would be at least 20 years in the game. I think my ass too old. But
well, I believe what you say about that, but I also believe in a time and a place for everything.
Right.
I felt like when I was married and raising children, and before I moved here, I had no time to be out at night and on the Tuesday night and the Wednesday night. Right. So it didn't call me right then. It didn't call me like it did when I got here. When my kids started getting grown, I was like, shit, I'm out of here.
And that's kind of what I'm facing, where that time is freeing up because the kids are grown and getting grown. And now that time is becoming available. But now I done fell in love with this right here. Yeah. And not only fell in love with it, but I done became the godfather of it. So
you looking like a godfather, god daddy, sugar daddy. You looking a little zaddy-ish this evening.
I want to say, if it's anybody out there that need their bill paid, go to somebody else because my wife got all the damn money.
There you go. Let's be clear. So that's kind of how I got into it.
That's cool. You know what? That's really dope. That's really dope. And your story is definitely motivating because, you know, it's some of us out there, man, that think that it done passed us by or whatever the case is. One thing I will tell you about comedy, because I used to say, man, I'm too old, but it ain't never too late.
No,
it is never too late to start. So for all you inspiring comedians or aspiring comedians out there, make sure, Marinette's stupid. I'm sorry, I read a comment at the same time, but make sure that, you know, man, look, do your research and commit yourself. Be committed, because one thing you can't do, and Lisa and I talked about this a little before the show, is you can't fake the funk. You cannot fake comedy. You gotta put that time in. You gotta put them hours on stage. That's your classroom. And let me ask you this though: how important is bombing?
For me, bombing is so important because that's how you learn what's funny and what's not funny.
Right.
Because you'll remember what they didn't laugh at, but you will also remember what they laughed at. And bombing just keeps you true to the game. Because sometimes you can have great shows, blah, 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 and you just rolling through. And then you don't have such a great show.
Right.
So I took it personal and I was not happy about it. But once I got home and looked at it and saw what the issue was, I learned from that. So bombing is very important. If you have never bombed, you have not lived, and you are not certified, in my opinion, as a comedian, because nobody is perfect. Sometimes you wake up and don't feel like being funny.
That is true.
Sometimes it's not going to be, it's not every day, all you on. Now, I will say, as you get more experience, for me, my own days are way far and few, but more than my off days, because I've been doing it for so long. But you got to bomb, man. You got to see what they don't like. You got to get that feeling and shake it off of you and get back up there.
Man, and Lord knows there's nothing worse, in my opinion, Lisa, than waiting on that first laugh. Once you get that first laugh, in my opinion, it's like, okay, I'm finna go. But you don't get that first laugh, God, dog them walls.
It's tough. It's tough. And that's where comedy styles come in at. You're going to develop your own comedy style. There's so many different styles of comedians. So for me in particular, I just go right and hit them in the mouth. I don't have time for shout outs. I don't have time for clap your hands, nothing. I'm going straight in and I'm hitting you right in your mouth. And then we're going to just go from there.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Peaches, how you doing, girl?
Hey,
I
Peaches.
miss y'all. Shout out to the two different twins, man. They come. I promise y'all. I know I done said this shit about 50 times, but they coming back. And when they come back, they coming back with an attitude. That is one of our podcasts on Bold and Driven EP. Shout out to Peaches and Tweety. Hey, so we're about to get into TMI news. Now, I want to address a couple of things that was in Common Sense. The shout out to the Common Sense. What the hell is it? Common Sense. What the hell is it? Shit, I forgot. Y'all know I'm old. My OLD is acting a fool right now. Chat room. That's what the hell it is. Shout out to Lisa looking like, what the hell did happen?
You got a headache. You had a
The wires wasn't touching. Okay, so
you need
shout
a
out
starter.
to,
Your wires is not.
look, shout out to the Common Sense Podcast. They got a couple of questions that I wanted to address on the show. So, Director, can you give us our first question, please? The first question, ignore the sis part because they put it for both men and women. If he don't get along with your kids, will you still marry him? I'm gonna be polite and ask our guests. If you were in a situation where you were looking out there in the world and you found somebody, but he didn't get along with your kids, do you stay with him?
I do not stay with them.
Common Sense Chronicles. That's right, Robin. Thank you. Sorry.
I don't stay with them because my kids are grown. So I could say F those kids, but I have sons. I have two sons and they not playing about no man. So what I do is keep them away for a long, long time.
Right.
Until I know it's going to be serious. And then I introduce. And my children are grown men. So any man that can't get along with another grown man, even though he's older than them, they should have some kind of common ground of respect and their love for me and how they were raised. There shouldn't be no issues with my kids. Now, mind you, my kids ain't no bad kids in jail, in prison, none of that. Sometimes that could cause an issue in a relationship because your kid's bad as hell. You want somebody like these badass kids and you don't even like them. You can't make no man like these badass kids. You got to let him in so he can beat their ass.
Facts.
So if they're not getting along and it's not something that we can settle, if it's not a difference of opinion, it's not going to work out for me. It's not going to work out for me. It's not. I'm not going to. And then, you can't put your kid. I don't put a man in front of my kids ever.
Right.
Their father is the only one that can get that from me with my children. And they're grown. But I still respect their opinion. And I kind of pattern my man kind of after their father and my father. So
right.
if you're not like them in some way and you remind me, as weird as that may sound, then we can't rock. If you can't get along with a 20-year-old, 25-year-old, what's wrong with you?
Damn. Yeah, right. So
no, I'm not gonna date because if you try to date anyway, it's gonna be problems down the line.
Hey, that's facts. And I'm gonna tell you this. So I looked at it from a few different aspects. First of all, if we coming in to some little badass kids, let's just say months to 7 years old.
No.
Little badass kids that you done spoiled. They sleep in your bed. All that kind of crap. I don't want to be there in the first place.
Yeah.
So as a man, it ain't even your choice if I don't get along with your little badass kids that you done planted this terrible seed in them and planted this terrible pattern that now you want me to unravel just to be in a relationship with your ass? Hell no. Now, 8 to 14, Lisa. In my opinion, those are very tender years of ass whooping.
Yeah.
And if you're not whooping no ass and not disciplining these kids, I'd be damned if I step my foot in there because I'm an ass whooper.
Okay, yeah.
For all kids. I don't
she
give a damn about
she gonna whoop your ass, so you better stay away from her.
Look, I don't give a damn about them being outside kids at the playground. Lisa, I go to the playground and snatch them up. I don't give a damn. Y'all gonna respect me because I had to grow up respecting adults, not my mama and them, not because they my auntie and them.
Right.
I had to respect crackheads on the street.
Right.
Lisa, remember when You walk down the street. What's up, Tracy? What's up, TDA? Girl, remember walking down the street and no matter how drunk that dude was, no matter how much you knew the woman was strung out, you could not disrespect them as a kid.
No, you could not.
Because
You could
they
not.
will go and tell your family,
Mhm.
and you will get your ass whooped for disrespecting a crackhead.
That's
we
right.
did not play about kids stayed in a place.
Yep.
And I am huge on that.
Yep.
And if you one of them ones that, now don't get me wrong, I don't silence the kids. I think I want to listen to them and see what the hell on their mind. But if you think I'm gonna sit around and from 8 to 14, them little bastards that they get real picky about what they eat, right? So and so don't eat hot dogs. So and so don't eat ravioli. So and so, I ain't catering to no kid. If I cook it and you don't eat it, your little ass is gonna starve. That's where I come from. So if you one of them mamas that cater to your kids, they don't eat Oscar Mayer hot dogs. They don't eat this. If you one of them, I couldn't be there anyway. Now, Lisa, I want to move on to 15 to adults. If you have not raised them to be respectable to all people, I don't want to be around you because I will crack your little 15 all the way up to 20-some head down the middle if they try to challenge me thinking that they can whoop me because they don't have to respect adults. It's all about respect for me.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm coming through the door with respect. I'm not going to disrespect your kids. I'm not going to disrespect your house or you. Don't get me wrong. I am going to find like, okay, can I fit in this situation? Right. And this hypothetically for my wife in there who writing the divorce papers and shit right now. But I'm going to see how I fit. And if I feel like, yo, this is cool, I can fit with this. That me and the kids vibing and everything. It's a package deal at that point.
Right.
But once again, that question said, if you can't get along with the kids, do you lead a man? Hell, if he a real man, he gonna lead you first.
Well, you should be able to get along with some kids. They're children. You're the adult.
Right.
I know we talked about bad kids, but you're the adult.
Right. But if you got one of them, don't touch my baby mamas,
you're not gonna date her anyway.
The hell no. What if you find out too late?
No, listen to me. Listen to me when I tell you.
Okay.
When I'm getting to know a man and he tells me he has children, I can tell if I'm gonna mess around with him or be friends with him the way he interacts with his children on the phone, if he never has his children, if he ain't got a car seat in the car, if he ain't going up to the school, if he ain't busy during spring break, I'm already peeping his interaction with his children.
So if he ain't got a car seat in the car, he don't never spend no time or take them no damn.
That's just what I'm saying. If you don't ever mention, you ain't got no pictures on your phone, you ain't no birthdays, ain't no birthday this whole year we've been together, this 6 months we've been together, it ain't gonna work out. You gotta have some interaction with children.
Wait, Lisa. So out of the whole year y'all been together,
6 months.
He ain't said, I gotta go get my baby a gift
6 months
for their birthday.
6 months. It don't take no year for me. Mm-mm.
Right.
You ain't mentioned no kid. You ain't got no air freshener with your kid picture on it. You just said.
Wait, Lisa. So wait, I'm laughing because in 6 months, that baby birthday should be coming up.
Yes.
Enough for you to be planning.
Exactly. You always have the weekends with me. You don't have no, where your kids at? Like I'm gonna be counting the weekends. I'll be counting that first weekend after we smash. That's good. But then the next weekend, you ought to be having them kids.
Right. But you free. Your weekend's always free.
You free from the time we get off work Saturday to Sunday when the game come on.
Right. Phone ain't ring. Phone ain't ring.
You ain't got a picture. You ain't got nothing. So
I love it.
That's how I judge men on how they interact with their kids and how they interact with their mama, because that means they got a little common sense if they know how to interact with their mother and they look out for their mother and their children. So if you tell me initially, oh, I got 2 kids, 7 and 12. Okay, where Junior at? I ain't seen the baby.
I don't think that's Shanette on there because Shanette is in Cancun. That's Tweety. That's Peaches that's on, if I'm not mistaken. If Tweety is on from Cancun, hey, that is her. What's up, Tweety? You're supposed to be on vacation. Anyway,
So
Let's
I'm
move on.
I'm watching for the signs, and I think everybody should watch for the signs on how someone interacts with their children, whether they're adults, whether they're little, whether they're babies. You should know, because children, my kids are adults, but they have beat the hell out of a man. So I ain't about to introduce no all that. Now they can fight. That's another show.
Right. I'm so glad I ain't in the field. And what I mean by that is, hey, 21 years married. Look, no outside kids, no separations, no
That's what I'm
arguments,
talking
no
about.
fussing, no fighting. I'm happy about that because my daughter know MMA. She will fuck one of y'all up.
So that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next question because these questions had me rolling. This is the next question from the Common Sense Chronicles chat room. Damn, almost slipped. But go ahead, Natasha, put the next question up there, please. Why women with their shit together can never keep a man? Uh-oh. Miss Lisa Love? What they talking about?
I mean, I don't really know. Like, having your shit together has nothing to do with if you want to keep a man. You know what to do to keep a man.
Facts.
You know what I'm talking about? A man is always a timing issue. It's the time he come into your life to the time he leave. For me, it's a timing issue. Am I ready to date? Do I feel confident? Do I got my swag on? Did I lose them 10 pounds? Did I get my side tooth in? I mean, it's a lot of factors that you consider when you're going to date somebody. So how you keep a man has everything to do with if you even want a man, if you even feel like being bothered with a man. Remember, you said keep a man, not have sex. We got to be clear.
That is true.
Because we pick and choose who we want to have sex with, and we pick and choose who we want to be our man.
That is true.
And so keeping a man has everything to do with if that's where you are in your life right now. Do you want to, know how to, every woman know how to keep a man what to do. You learn by trial and error.
Right.
When you really like a man and you attracted to him and he bringing in the money and he ain't no cheater, he's not a liar, he's on point, he's on time, we keep him.
Now I'm gonna say this, Lisa. I gotta go here because I see it. For the women who pretty much, I'm gonna say this, for the women who pretty much run shit at work, like they hold a management position or they VP of this or whatever, and they got folks reporting to them, especially when they got men reporting to them. In my opinion, sometimes it's hard for them women to turn that damn switch off when they get home and they continue to want to run the show.
But that has nothing to do with the man. That's her inside. That's how she been running shit.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be for real with you, Lisa.
She's not willing to submit. We're not submitting to no bullshit. We are willing to submit, but he gotta be right.
That's why when they say hard to keep a man, we ain't talking about hard to keep a little boy. You know who I'm talking about with the little boy, the one that love to lay around and lay up on a woman.
Exactly.
I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about a man. And honestly, if that lady don't know how to switch off of running shit, she gonna butt heads with a real man.
But a real man ain't gonna put up with that shit.
That's true. So that's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. Like, why can't you keep a man? And like I said, that ain't in all cases. I'm not talking about all cases. I'm just saying in general, if they button heads, the last thing a man want to do is have to battle in these streets and then come home to fight, to battle in any way, shape, or form.
That is true. But it got to be two people on the same page, I'm trying to tell you. It got to be two people in that moment, in that space, in that time that want to be together. You cannot keep a man that don't want to be kept. You cannot keep a woman that don't want to be kept. Facts. So the question is so one-sided. It's like three sides to every story.
Right.
Me particular, why I can't keep a man, let's just go there. I choose men for physical reasons. I will choose the most attractive man, and he is fine, and I'm attracted to him, and that's who I pick. That's always been my issue, and it does not ever turn out right.
Lisa, so wait, forget personality, forget stability.
I mean, that goes along with it, but on the real though, it's the physical, like how I'm feeling with him, and I'm a very physical person on some Scorpio shit. So
right.
I'm looking to see if I'm attracted to him, what we about to do. Like, that physical attraction that you love, that shit don't work.
Right.
That's why I can't keep one. I should be picking a man who, without the physicality, I should be looking at personality, what he has established in his life, what are his goals, where is he looking to do in the future. And I will have a discussion with those men, all men, but the cuter ones and the sexy ones get the conversation before the other ones. And now I'm getting older. I can't be like that no more.
Right. So you can't pick the cute, sexy men no more. You got
they're not available like they used to be.
So you have to say, "Come here, frog." Let me
I really wish you didn't say that, but
let me see if I kiss you and you turn into a prince. Come here, frog.
So now I have a more open mind.
Right.
Because sometimes when you pick the handsome man, he handsome to everybody else, and he didn't want to be kept. Again, we're back to the same thing. He did not want to be kept. And once I got into other issues outside of the physicality, it's a wrap from there.
I want to attack this from two different sides.
Attack it.
You're saying attractiveness. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of men pick women based on how they look, and then they get these things and they ain't worth a god doggone dime. They ain't worth nothing. They can't cook, they can't boil a pack of noodles, but they want to know where their Birkin bag or some other expensive crap to make them shine is. All you have to do is get you a damn statue with some titties and shine it up real nice, because they about worth the same thing. They worth the same damn thing. You better get you a woman with some substance.
Exactly.
Also, let me move over to the dude side. You right. Can't no man be kept. You can't keep no man that don't want to be kept. You're so right. But Lisa, I gotta say this because I grew up in a family full of females. You can run one the hell away.
Absolutely.
You can run a
man away. You can run a job away. You can run a dog, a pet away. If that's in you to push and run, that's absolutely correct.
Because at the end of the day, I said it and I'm gonna stand on it.
Yep.
Don't no man want to come home after fighting all day. And I'm talking about a man. No. I ain't talking about y'all punk ass people out there.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm talking about a man. Don't no man want to come home and have to go to war with the person he's supposed to be partnering with.
And why couldn't he notice those things in the beginning?
Right.
Because some people present themselves as one thing.
You know why, Lisa?
As soon as they get in, they're a whole nother person.
You know why, Lisa?
Why?
Because all they saw was the big ass.
That's true.
Let's be for real. All they saw, ooh, she fine. Ooh, she this. Ooh, she that. And they get in and they find out that they just got with their damn enemy.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You mess around and have a baby by.
Oh, no.
You just got with your enemy for the next, your life. It ain't no next 21 years. Your damn life. And it pisses me off because by all means, this is not all situations, but this is most situations. You get that sign. You get that sign.
You ignore it.
And your ass ignored it.
Yeah.
She been a you know what.
Yep.
You knew it when she ran your bills up for the first time and felt like you needed to pay or cover or do whatever.
A woman, as you get older, you figure it out. You learn. I've learned from my mistakes. Right. I'm open to date short me. I'm open to date.
Wait a minute. Wait. Lisa. Oh no. Can of worms. What's the issue with short dudes? And I know you said you're 6 feet. You said you're 6 feet. What's the issue with short dudes though?
They're mean. They're mean at the end. They're mean. Once they climb the horse and ride the wave, whatever the fuck they call it, with a fascination with a tall woman, they are mean. And I'm a comedian. I'm gonna roast you when you don't even think you're being roasted.
Right.
If you see a car seat in my car, that's for you. You're gonna be mad.
Oh.
If you see an extra car seat, that's your shit. Sit down back there, put the thing over, and be quiet.
You been acting a damn fool. Get your ass in the back and get in that seat. Strap up.
I'm gonna have jokes. I'm gonna have jokes. I'm gonna have jokes. You know what? I'm not attracted to it. They don't attract me on a physical level or a mental level. Like short men have some issues with being short. Some, not all.
I'm
Just
a
the men
short
that I
dude
run
and I don't
into.
give a damn.
Just the big head African short men that run up on me.
Lisa, what's short though? Because I'm a short dude. Like I'm the average height of a dude in the 70s.
Nigga, this the 70s.
What's short?
I'm 6 feet, so I would have to say 6 feet and up.
You would have to say 6 feet and up.
5'11" if you're a really great guy and we vibing and it's cool and all that. I'll let you make it with 5'11".
Cause I'm 5'9".
That's
and
not
height,
this.
height never messed with me.
Okay,
Like,
great, but you've been married for a long time. You're lucky.
and she's shorter than me too. So
There you go.
But I wouldn't have gave a damn if she was taller than me.
Because you're short. Of course you wouldn't.
I get tired of grabbing shit from the top of the counter anyway.
There you go.
You got to use those. Look, Robin is 5'11". She been taller than me since we met in 6th grade.
Who?
Robin commented in the comments.
Uh-huh.
And she says, so no short men for me anymore.
No.
So you could just put it in there, Robin. Did you have the same issues that Lisa had? Are short men mean and all that other stuff? And Nana is laughing at car seat. That is funny as hell too, for real. Lisa, you wrong for that.
It's not all men, but sometimes short men, when they approach you and you don't reciprocate, they get mad.
Really?
Yes.
That's all men, right? Lately, these punks.
Well, they are there. There's all men, but short men really take it personal.
Really?
And they be looking at me, and I'll be like, "That's the problem. You looking up at me, and we are standing. I can't."
And I have heard guys.
They have Napoleon complex. I'm telling you, some of them are just.
I have heard guys say. She said, "Yes, I divorced him."
Yeah, exactly, Robin.
I've heard guys say, "Man, she too tall," and it's like,
and that's fine.
You're not hooping against us, stupid.
I mean, I've had a few men check my Adam's apple. I mean, I'm not. I had to show my neck.
Look, that's
my hands are big.
opinion,
my hands are big, so I get it.
But height is the dumbest thing.
Not for a tall person.
The dumbest thing in the world to be mad at. Like she didn't
be mad at. Yeah.
She didn't try to be 6 feet. Stupid.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Wait, Marinette says I'm 5'3", dudes is 5'4" and a fourth. As long as you taller than me, I don't care.
Well then, if at 5'3", everybody taller. You, my grandson, taller than you, child.
So 4'11" ain't no good for you, Okay, so if he was the best guy in the world, and I'm talking to you, Lisa.
Okay.
If he was the best guy, sweetest guy, do all the little texting, all that you want, but he was 5'5". Oh my God.
The sex is good, everything, the money, everything good.
Everything
checks
except
off.
for he's short.
I would rock with him.
Okay.
But I don't find it all like that. It'd be missing some stuff.
I can't stand the director. I can't stand her. She said, get him some Prince heels. That ain't gonna do him no damn good.
Natasha, the day is his birthday. Shame on you. Shame on, because that's the shortest man I ever loved was Prince.
Shout out to
some
Prince.
Rick James boots, some Prince boots. I mean, and sometimes to me, short men don't come off as confident.
That's what I'm gonna ask you. Is it the height or is it the confidence?
It's the height, it's the confidence, it's the attraction, it's the experience, it's swag. But remember, it took me a long time to get to where I am today, which is our first conversation is going to determine if we're going to do it or not.
Lisa, Nana, and this is hilarious because I know Nana. I love you, Nana. She said, at my age, all I want is a thug who love Popeye's chicken, weed to keep him happy. Popeye's chicken and weed to keep him happy.
We probably dating the same person, Brenda. That's our problem. We're going to be lonely for the rest of our lives.
I quit. Hey, Nana, I just learned too much about you right now. Just
I'm telling you,
Well,
everybody, it's an age thing. Like at this point, I know exactly what I want.
Right.
I know
and
exactly
you ain't got no time to be wasting. You ain't got no time to be playing around.
I don't have no time to be playing around. And like 3 years ago, I dated a guy 4 years ago for 3 years from New York and traveled back and forth. He was a big, bald, stocky, tall guy. And we dated for 3 years. And he would be on the show, but he's in prison. And so you have to just really keep trying, and he had the swag. He had everything. He was sexy. We had a good time together, sports, music. He showed me around New York. I met his family, like the young people say, he flew me out the whole 3 years. And come to find out, he had a whole nother life.
He flew me out.
But I couldn't see the forest from the trees.
I quit. Don't go to the next question. Man, I could kick it with Lisa Love all day. Y'all look, y'all make sure y'all follow Lisa Love. We ain't done. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all better follow Lisa. Lisa funny as hell. Hey, let's jump. We're gonna jump.
Let's jump
all the way to what we're here for tonight.
Okay.
Now, apparently, and all this is alleged, which some of it ain't because they said it for themselves, but I gotta say that little disclaimer. DL Hughley and Monique got beef. And the reason why they have beef is, in my opinion, the dumbest damn reason in the world. But DL and Monique had a situation where there was a confusion over who was going to close the show. Now, we're going to get to the topic in a second. Okay. But Lisa, whether wrong or right, ain't this just a big penis swinging competition?
Well, she doesn't have a penis, so I don't know what she's swinging.
Right, but it's a pride thing going on. Because let's be for real, as a comedian, Lisa, you don't really care what order you go as long as your paper right?
I don't care. In the beginning, I used to be nervous about what order I would go in. And Q told me one day, in no uncertain terms, you don't give a shit about when you go, just be ready to go. If a promoter sees you as the person who's worried about the order and you always got something to say and he's like, don't worry about that. You be ready to go, whether you go first, second, or third, because as you get better, you're going to go further down the line in order anyway. So you got to earn yourself to that part. So I don't care what order I go in. I don't make a big deal out of it. I used to make a big deal out of it, but you live and you learn. So as I'm going through my years of comedy, I learn in the green room. Anything can happen. A comedian can say, hey, my wife is sick, I got to go first. Or, hey, my job. Like, in the green room is where you fix all of that, where you get all of that together in the green room. Everybody's in there. You say a little prayer, you go over the order, and that's where you deal with the beef. That's where you deal with any issues of the order. But if we're all getting paid the same amount and doing the same time, it doesn't matter to me at all. It's not something that I focus on because I need that energy to go on that stage.
So let's just say, for instance, I'm going to put myself in there.
Okay.
And I say, Mr. TMI will not go before Lisa Love. I am a bigger draw and people are coming out to see me. So I need to go last. In my opinion, like, I'm a competitor. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like somebody say, I'm going to bust your ass on the court. Right? Because I'm better than you. Right. What are you going to do? You're going to bust their ass or do your best to try to bust their ass. Now, from a comedic standpoint, you're going to tear that damn stage down. They give you extra motivation. Oh, you want to go after me? Okay, well, you're going to follow this.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. If you ask me to go before, there's always an order in the show. We always know who the headliner is. We always know who's coming up next, third, and last. Usually that's what happens at a show. So it doesn't matter. If I go before you, I'm going to kill anyway. So then you got to go behind me.
Right.
If I go last, I'm going to kill anyway. And everybody done for the day. If I go first, they're going to remember me because I set the stage. I set the standard.
It's going to be a hard night for the rest of them.
The middle, right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, to me, as a comedian, a professional comedian, it does not matter what order I go in.
Right.
And any issues with the promoter is an issue with the promoter.
And that's what I wanted to talk about next.
That's it.
they got these two celebrity comedians beefing when really at the end of the day, that was a promoter's problem.
Yes.
That was 100% promoter that was not square with both of them.
Yes.
Because a real promoter, in my opinion, would have let them know in the door the order as well as the time that they have on stage.
Right.
A real promoter. However, some of these promoters can get intimidated by the celebrity of the person and change things on the fly. If you got a promoter that changes things on the fly, unless it's an emergency, then you run away from that promoter as far as you can, because that's somebody who is going to cause confusion.
That's all you have to do. And then she mentioned in her set that DL said to the promoter, if she goes before me, goes last, and I'm not performing. DL said on his podcast, I didn't talk to her. She was late for call time by 40 minutes. So I didn't get to see her at all. We didn't have that conversation. We didn't have the green room, because in the green room, professional comedians come on time.
Right.
If they say 30 minutes before call time, then you need to be there at 7 o'clock. Then you all can meet in the green room and go over again what you already know to be in your contract.
Right. Right.
So he said that he didn't speak to her, and I don't know what the truth is because I wasn't there. So she went out on the stage and brought all of those things that should have been settled in the back to the front.
So in saying that, come to find out, she wasn't really even pissed about that. She was pissed about DL dogging her for years on his show and on other media platforms. And she said, I had every plan to hand DL his ass that night. And the was just the icing on the cake.
Monique makes excuses for disrespecting people.
Right. I'm gonna say this though.
There's no whether you had a feud from 09, 05, whatever your feud was, you had plenty of opportunity and space to talk to DL, whomever you had an issue with behind the scenes. I was raised in comedy to be a professional.
Right.
So I'm not bringing any of that onto the stage. If I have such an issue with the promoter, I would rather not go on stage at all.
And I'm gonna say this, Lisa. I gotta say what it is with Monique, man.
Go ahead.
I think her message is fair, right? However, I think it's the messenger that's the problem. Because I gotta say this, Monique, you come off as a whiner and a complainer and a problem starter.
Yeah.
And it might not be you. It might not be you. However, that's what it looked like. It looked like every time it's Monique, it's some shit.
Yeah, that's her reputation as a comedian.
And this is real quick. This will really piss me off. When you take a personal matter between two people and you turn it into they're against women.
Yeah, it's too much.
Black women being held down and all this other stuff.
And she's talking about female comedians. Don't throw us in it, girl.
See, sometimes the message is fair. It's just the messenger that it's coming from is not doing the message any justice.
I don't even think the message is fair because her issue was not with DL. It was the promoter. DL did not pay her. He did not sign her check. So I think the promoter was at fault. So her issue was with the promoter.
Well, I'm going bigger. I'm going bigger than that situation.
Okay.
I'm kind of looking at Monique as a whole.
Well, yeah, she's known in these streets as a troublemaker.
Right. And then
every comedian has a reputation.
When you try to throw, first of all that my babies, that shit get on my nerves. I'm sorry, I don't know about nobody else.
She needs some new material. We're gonna be honest today, right?
Yes.
She needs some new material.
Yes.
All the bitches that she calls skinny are not fat. She needs some more.
Also, Lisa, check this out though.
She needs more material to me.
In my opinion, you better be the closest version of yourself as possible.
You better be.
So I don't understand how she on stage and bitch and fuck all that and nerd and my dude and all that. And then off stage, you're and my babies and I'm Auntie Mo
and God this and God that
and my king and all that. And sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I truly believe in sticking up for your woman, but in my opinion, he needs to shut the hell up. He needs to shut the hell up because it really looked like he's using her.
And you know what's really sad to me? Everybody's still working with her, giving her chance after chance after chance after chance. 50 Cent went on a rampage. Everybody, please give her a chance. She's trying to do better. And she gets these opportunities where some of us will never get these opportunities. In my opinion, she is not appreciative of these opportunities. She is not humble about these opportunities. She has always had this attitude where everyone owes her something and she is the victim. And somebody is always messing with her and she don't mess with nobody. And I feel like, you know, beefing and having these issues with certain people, Black people. I know we can't all get along, but
Right.
you not gonna know me and you got an issue because I went on stage for 10 minutes and talked about it.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna do that because we continue to tear each other down. And that's one of her pet peeves. Don't be tearing each other down. Well, she tore him down. And to bring up his wife,
that was wrong.
That
was wrong.
See, Monique, you crossing the line, baby, that you may not be able to come back from.
And don't get me wrong.
She can't convince me that she owed him the disrespect because that's not how you deal with disrespect.
Right. And don't get me wrong. DL has done his share of tearing down.
Everybody has.
Right. But I gotta say, it's just like we try to rock with you, Monique. I've been festering and battling with this for a week now, or whenever it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's still not sitting well with me coming from her.
Nope.
Because everybody ain't gonna have no damn problem with you.
For no reason. Just everybody.
No reason.
You are not. You're never the problem.
But yours.
You're
and
never the problem.
Wrong, we know all about the blackballing. But here I'm glad I mentioned blackballing. We know about the blackballing, but in my opinion, Monique has been wanting everybody to kiss her ass since she won an Oscar.
Absolutely.
I got the Oscar, so now I need to be paid this, and I need to be. And there's nothing wrong with demanding. Saying what you're worth, demanding what you're worth. It's nothing wrong.
It's nothing wrong with that.
It's the way you do it, and you come off as whining and crying.
And she said, I'm Monique, 30 years in, I don't open for nobody. Girl, I open for Dave Chappelle.
Right.
You don't open for nobody. What do you mean you don't open for nobody? When is the last time you even on tour to do a comedy show? I'm so confused.
And that's what I mean by penis swinging. That's what I mean by penis swinging.
You said you wouldn't. You don't open for anybody. Like you just gonna come right back to the comedy stage and just headline every show.
And
that's what you mean by penis swinging. I get it.
And it's like beefing, like Titan Spartan said, beefing with Lee Daniels, Oprah, Steve Harvey, and the list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. Some of them people on that list need beef. But it ain't got to be you all the time beefing with all of them.
Listen, you can beef with somebody. I had this particular issue with a comedian. And I didn't really know this comedian that well. And I didn't know his comedic style or how he got down or how, I didn't know him that well. But as I got to know him, and I was like, he does that to everybody. That's his style of comedy.
Right.
I was upset that he did it to me, but that's his style, getting to know the person. I talked to him about it. Like I went to him and said, hey, I didn't like the fact that you had something to say, like roasting me after the fact type shit. I didn't like that, but that's him. He's been in the game longer than me. That's how he is who he is because of those things. So he started booking me and showing me the ropes and showing this is what I do. It ain't no hard feelings. I love you, sis. Like it was like that. But when I tell you I was mad as hell the first time,
somebody got me.
Other comedians, they was like, that's how he is. He don't mean no harm. That's the kind of, I didn't know, but I got to know him. And he booked me and brought me into the family and was just showing me the ropes. And he always would remember if a show was going on, he really helped me out. And it was not personal. So he taught me it's not personal.
Right.
That's when I got my
somebody got me, Lisa. Somebody got me when I got off stage. And they got me, and I ain't gonna lie, my feelings was hurt.
I
I was virgin on the stage.
And the
like,
shit he was saying was true. I was like, it wouldn't matter if the shit was true.
But at the end of the day, that made me say, I'll never put myself in that position where, and I'm gonna be for real with you. I had forgot my material. I got up there, I took a total blank to my material, and I was trying to freestyle off the material. I knew the subject, but I totally forgot how I lined everything up.
It's not personal. It's not personal.
And when I got my butt chewed by the next professional comedian, well known,
you was ready.
I was like, mother. And then I thought about it. I said, you know what, Tate? Never put yourself in that position again where you forget your shit.
But the point to me to bring all that up was, it didn't make me want to get up there and talk about him. He wasn't part of my set. You know, it didn't make me want to do that. I was able to talk to him, and I was able to talk to other comedians, and they was telling me that nigga that's how he is. Like, I had to get to that. But it didn't make me want to take my precious 15 minutes and talk about this nigga.
Right.
It didn't make me want to do that. It didn't make me want to fight him. I had a little funny look on my face. My nose was probably red, but learning each other and talking to each other and then being adults about that shit is what it is. And remember, he's further along in his career than me. So what I look like getting on the mic talking about somebody that's already there and I'm coming up in the game. I'm not doing that.
And at the end of the day, too, where it ain't personal, it is personal. Because if you rebuttal, now those doors close for you.
That's true, but I was able to get his ass one night.
because the reputation was built.
Right.
You know,
you built
a relationship.
You're right, Tate. It was years later on. You are absolutely correct.
You built a relationship.
You are absolutely correct.
You took your lumps, and
I should.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, it ain't no get up there and throw a hissy fit and be drama filled just to get attention, because would your set had gotten attention if you didn't bring DL's name up and all that other crap?
And
would your set have gotten attention?
Did you hear what Corey Holcomb had to say? He was like, she don't have no material, y'all. Y'all forget she don't have no material. He said, tell me a joke that Monique told that you remember.
Right. And it is always.
I've been Googling.
But let's be for real, Lisa, that fat girl, skinny girl shit is played.
I mean, that's a topic, but a specific joke.
You have to, you're right. I don't have a specific joke, but you have to develop and evolve with time when you're a comedian. You can't be talking about shit that you did in your 20s when your ass is 40 something. Yeah. You got to be talking about stuff you went through and start becoming relatable to your audience.
And who was
your audience ain't 20 something years old.
Who was the funniest comedian to you on the Queens of Comedy?
Oh man, some more and Adele Givens. Chi-Town, shout out to Adele Givens.
Miss Laura wasn't too shabby either. Like, it was a great combination. But to me, Monique wasn't a headliner.
She was just up there. You know what? And she was just up there screaming.
And she didn't headline all those shows like she tried to say on that stage. She did not.
Also, even her talk show, since we on a podcast, her talk show got on my damn nerves. I turned it off every time.
What was his name? The other guy?
Oh, shit.
Rodney Perry.
Rodney Perry, yes.
I like Rodney Perry.
I love Rodney Perry.
But she used to I'd be like, girl, shut up.
Hey, that's screaming all in the microphone. That's come on, man. And you know what?
You gotta be thankful and humble.
Lisa, for 1 week, I sat here and I tried to relate and kind of like, okay, let me put my feelings for her as a person to the side, meaning her personality I can't stand.
Right.
And let me try to listen to the message. And in my opinion, some of it's valid, not for her. And that's the reason why I came up with the topic. I want to know, what are the obstacles for a female comedian, man? Because let's be for real, we ain't fronting on this show. We know it's a difference. Same way we know it's a difference between black and white. Same way we know it's a difference between male and female.
Yeah.
Now, in the industry, what are some of the things that you face that you feel your male counterparts don't have to face?
To desexualize myself and to let them know that I'm here to do comedy and not to have sex for a time on the show. I don't want to be looked at as an object. I want to be looked at as your fellow comedian.
Right.
So sexism is huge in the comedy game. Some people, comedians or promoters, expect women to do certain things to get ahead or to get time or to get on their show. That just goes without saying. That's one of the largest hurdles. You have to be professional and let them know where you're coming from the very beginning. And you watch your reputation in these comedy streets. Because what you do is going to follow you all through your career. That's number one. Number two, there's always a disparity about money. Comedians are paid more than female comedians. Male comedians are paid more than female comedians in some situations. And we are just as funny and most times funnier. So just like in sports, just like just like in corporate America, women are paid a less amount than men, just because we're women. And my field is a male-dominated field.
Got you. And at the end of the day, when it comes to comedy, and I totally agree with you when it comes to corporate America, if you're doing the same job and producing the same results, then by all means, it need to be equal pay. I will say from a sports perspective, I'm a little different because I believe in if you put asses in the seats, you need to be paid appropriately.
Right.
And just like in my opinion, the Williams sisters, they blow out anybody, male, whether black or white, when it comes to tennis. And they fail. But
it was because their father pushed through and said this is what they're gonna make. We don't all have a Richard Williams. I need a Richard Williams right now as my manager.
Right. You need somebody that's gonna slap somebody.
So he pushed the envelope and said they will not compete unless they're getting paid this.
But see, I think that's important for us to acknowledge, and I'm talking about men, acknowledge the problem and then stand strong in getting the problem resolved. I don't believe that of course, ladies are strong enough to do it on their own, but the strength is even stronger when men, and I ain't talking about your man, I ain't talking about your daddy. I'm talking about these comedians out here that know damn well, wait a minute, she funny as hell. Wait a minute, half the audience is coming to see her. Wait a minute, she been on this, been on that. She need to be paid more than this bastard right here. And not less because she a female. Once again, is producing results. Who produce results need to be paid.
But you have to work through those issues as a female comedian, and especially as a black female comedian.
Right.
And it's like the good old boy system, like cliques of men. And sometimes those particular cliques don't want to let females in. It's like the good old boy system. They're going to hire each other because they're men.
Right.
Thank God.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, and I'm sorry to cut you off. Let me ask you this. You see a lot of female comedians get up there and just talk grimy, though.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a forced thing to do to get the results? Or is that, I'm going to say it, is that lack of talent?
It's lack of talent. In your mind, you could be a comedian. But when you get up on that stage,
it's different.
It's totally different than what you thought it was going to be. You have got to be funny. You cannot get around it. You got to have something on that stage. You cannot get around it because you will be exposed. You have got to be funny. And that's just it. You can't fake like it. You can't cuss. And you can't talk about you have to be funny. You have to reach the audience. You have to reach the crowd. And the only way you're going to do that, I feel like it's a natural thing, but you also can hone your craft by working hard and putting your time in.
Right.
Because if you go on Instagram and do skits and you get 1 million followers and you get booked to the Arlington Improv and you get booed for your stand-up,
it's different beast.
It's two different worlds. You will
total
be
different beast.
You will be exposed, especially if you're in front of a black crowd trying to break some shit down.
And I'm gonna tell you like this: I've been in front of white crowds. I've been in front of black crowds. If you can make a black crowd laugh, you can make anybody laugh. Because this is the attitude. White people come to laugh.
They laughing before you even get on the show.
Black people come and say, "Make me laugh."
Yeah.
And you got to make their ass laugh through all the pain that they done dealt with for that day.
Yeah.
And if you're not funny, they gonna let you know.
And it's so fortunate that the comedians that I work with in Texas, in New Orleans, in Houston, in everywhere, I don't run into male comedians that are that way. I don't in particular. But remember, I try to be as professional as I can. I go in, do my jokes, get my money, and I'm gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it is some hurdles you have to go through. There's so many hurdles you have to go through. But the top two for me is the sexuality, the sexism, and the pay, the difference in pay.
Absolutely.
You just have to get your contract straight. Ladies, get your contract straight. Know your worth and ask for what you want.
So, Lisa, we at the point of the show where we're going to have a little bit of fun. So, this segment is called Tongue-Tied Tape because my audience know I mess up at least 5 words a show. It don't matter. Shit. So, I challenge my audience to put big words or whatever they feel is a big word in the chat room. And we spin the wheel, and whatever it land on, I got to pronounce it. So I want everybody out there right now, hashtag their big word. Now, this is the rule. Your ass got to be able to say it. Don't Google no damn word you don't know how to say. And you have to provide me with the meaning of the word. Not before I pronounce it, but after I pronounce it. Because we're trying to teach some shit on this. I'm trying to learn a little something.
Okay.
So in saying that, with me having a guest, I get to phone a friend. So if I can't get it, I'm going to phone a friend and my guest and see if you can get it.
Okay.
And we're going to see what we come up with.
Okay.
So everybody, hashtag your big word out there. We're going to spin that wheel in a second. But in the meantime, I'm going to tell you like this, Lisa. I enjoyed having you on as a guest.
Thank you so much.
Man, you are so dope. You funny as hell. I'm coming to see you. So you're going to have to inbox me your gigs so I can get out and check you out, because I'm definitely coming your way to check you out, man. Because
thank you.
Funny, and you just, you know what, man, you just good in having conversation, you know. So I appreciate you on the show. Thank you so much. And look, I guess I'm gonna be a host and put some of these damn comments off of some of the stuff we've been talking about, so you can see that these people been chatting up a storm about what we've been talking about.
I know.
So, Director, let's put some comments up regarding the topic. We also gonna get into that hashtag your big word. We're gonna get into tongue-tied Tate, and after that, we're gonna bring it on home. So, Natasha, matter of fact, you might be too busy, so I'll do it. You know what? I'm a man of many talents. First of all. They love your car seat joke too. That is so.
Thank you.
I would die.
Ain't no man gonna date me and I don't put a car seat in there. I'm gonna be alone forever.
And so Natasha mentioned regarding the Monique situation that her headlining was gonna solidify her comeback.
No,
the
ma'am.
promoter screwed her and she took it out on the wrong person.
She did take it out on one person, but her headlining was not going to solidify her comeback. Where did she go?
I agree with
Where
that.
did she go? Come back from what? What is she coming back from? Because she decided not to do comedy anymore for a while. A lot of women do that. A lot of men do that. They take a break because she had acting jobs and TV shows and Oscars, and that's a great thing. But you cannot base your comeback on one show. You got to re-put that time in. You got to put that time in. You got to do some shows, go to some clubs. Look at T.I. He's trying to put the work in. She wanted that one show to be her comeback. And if that was the case, she shouldn't have acted a damn fool in the first place, Natasha.
And
if
all
that was
of
her
that,
comeback, that wasn't a great idea for her comeback to talk to that man like she did and to disrespect him like that.
And all of that, your legs have been.
Do we know if the promoter screwed who? Yeah, we still don't know.
Right.
She put up a contract. He put up a contract. I was lost.
Once again, that was a weak promoter that changed some stuff in the middle of the after the contract and before the show.
And she said that he chose DL because he's a man, and is that why she was angry?
And see, when she jumped immediately to that bothers me.
It did.
That bothers me because that ain't always the situation.
Nope.
What if nobody was coming to see your ass and people really wanted to come and see DL?
And you can't use that as a woman and you want equal rights as a woman. But as soon as you get a chance, you want to say, I'm a woman, I'm a victim. You can't have both. I hate when women say that. I want equal everything. I want equal everything. But you steady crying the victim and that he's picking on a black woman. You know, that she has to choose a side.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And so the Titan Spartan, Please ignore the name. That dude had me rolling.
The Titan Spartan.
Yes. She messing over herself, beefing with people and putting in her material. She get at the promoter and handle that with them. That's everybody. Now, how is it that all of us who are very novice to the way that things go can tell you, damn it, you should have handled that with the promoter?
She has a manager, Tate. If I have a manager, when I did have a manager, I had a great managing team, Icicle Entertainment. I didn't have to handle any of the contract, any of the collecting of the money, anything. All I had to do was show up
and show out
and leave. So she has a manager who was her husband, if I'm not mistaken. So he should have been the one to see the contract. Even if they changed it on the same day. Had she came on time,
you would have known.
Come on now. Had she got to her call time on time and not 40 minutes late, according to DL, she would have had time to talk about that. DL said if they had to ask him if it was an issue, he would have had no problem with it. But it wasn't, because the promoter said, you're headlining.
Antonio Blunt also mentioned that she uses her minority status, black, female, to make her problems look like community problems. That is the most on point freaking comment of the night. Right there. And that's what bothers me the most. This is not a male-female situation. This is not a who got paid less because they was female or who was actually held back because of who they are or whatever you want to say.
Yep.
This is a problem with you, the promoter, and I'm going to say lightly DL. Lightly DL. And the reason why I say lightly DL is if your contract is valid and it says that you were the closer, headliner, and DL, if allegedly went crying to the promoter about him needing
I don't believe he did.
I don't believe it either, but if that's
if
that's what happened, then that's why I say
I don't believe, and it could have happened, we'll never know, but I don't believe that's what happened. I think it made her mad and she was up on that high horse, and that whole 30 years in, I'm not opening for anybody. I think the ego got in the way of the decision.
All right, so it's time, and I do not like marrying that already. I'm gonna say that. So that's one of the.
You said that like twice. What is going on with you and this person?
Mahogany Life be putting the biggest, craziest words.
Okay.
So we gonna see.
Okay.
It's time to spend that. It's time to spin that wheel. Let's see who gonna come up with the hashtag, the big word that I gotta pronounce. Go ahead, director, see what's up. And it better not be the damn director, I'll tell you that much. Can you eliminate your name all out of the batch? Because that's not, no. Oh, no. Lord, why, Lord? Lord, why? Do I get to pick it or are you going to pick it? Shake your head. Do I get to pick it? I know, I see Marionette. Do I get to pick the word? Lord have mercy. All right, come on with it. Come on with it. Put it up. Look at this day. Oh, my God. And it's funny because, no, hell no.
Come on, bro. Come on, dog.
Hell
You can't. No, they trying to set you up, bro.
Hell no.
You need to do half of that word this week and half of the word the next week. Don't do my boy like that. Don't do my boy like that. Come on,
ain't that the same damn word? No,
that's not the same word.
No, put the other one up. I'm gonna do the best I can.
You want the other one?
Shit. Okay. This is some type of coochie disease, ain't it?
You gotta drink some water before you try.
Right. God, dog. Okay, so let's go. Pseudo. Okay, wait. Pseudo.
Hold on.
Pseudo. Hypo. Parathyroidisms. So this is basically that disease that people, when they get on steroids, when they penis shrink. I think that's what this word is. I can't say this big ass word. What do you think, Lisa?
I think it's the same word twice. No, it is. So pseudo hypoparathyroidism.
Damn, I think you got it. I really think you got it. Natasha, let us know. I mean, not Natasha, but Marinette in the chat room. Let us know if Lisa got it, because I know I ain't get it.
Yeah, I think that's it. Hypoparathyroidism. Pseudo
I think you got it.
hypoparathyroidism. Thyroidism. Damn, Snoop Dogg. I don't know.
Lisa did way better than Tate. You damn right she did. Hell, I'm not gonna even front.
What does it mean? I need to know what it means.
Hell, my tongue hurt from this damn word.
Yeah, you gotta have
Marinette, if you out there, and forget you, Nakia. I see you laughing at me out there. Hey, Marinette, if you're on here, you got to let us know if Lisa said it right, because damn it, I didn't say it right. I know.
I had to put my shades on, my glasses on. Damn.
Forget Natasha. I should pop you on the screen and make you say it.
Say it, Natasha.
You got it. Yep. You got it.
I got it?
You got it. So congratulations to my guest. I had to phone a friend this time. God dog, Marinette. Lisa, you are
They tried to trick you. They had the same word, pseudo. That's how they tried to get you.
Yeah, way to break that down, because I ain't gonna even lie.
The P is silent.
I'm not that dude. I'm not that dude.
You be who you want to be.
While we saying all this, Lisa, tell the people where they can find you, where they can follow you, what's your next show, all that. Let it be known.
I am Comedian Lisa Love on Facebook, Comedian Lisa Love on Instagram, Comedian Lisa Love on Twitter. I am the same thing. Last weekend, I was at the Plano House of Comedy. I was the host for Vladimir Camaño. He's a comedian out of New York. He came to the Plano House of Comedy for 4 nights, and I was able to host those 4 nights. I have private events coming up and no shows so far in July, but I have private shows. You know, those are the private gigs where you get all your money from for the rest of June. But you guys can look on my social media. You can follow me. Hell, you guys can book me. You got any events you need me to come to, and then we can do it that way. But That's how you can find me. I'm on all the social medias, available to book for anything. Basically comedy shows, weddings. I do clean comedy. I do, regular comedy. So yeah, I'm ready.
Well, Lisa, I'm gonna tell you just like
I
this.
got my contract. I don't want no shit. I got my contract.
Hey, Lisa, I'm gonna tell you just like this. This will not be your last hurrah with me, because I know we're gonna be connected.
I always thought about doing a podcast. I told you that.
Look, not only just a podcast, man. We're gonna connect because I got some things, and hey, we need to talk, because you can drop a couple of jewels in my bucket as well. So, in saying that, y'all make sure y'all go and follow Comedian Lisa Love on every damn thing.
Everything.
Okay, so that word it's a condition that calls short stature, round face, and short hand bone.
That's Napoleon syndrome. I told you that's what the short dudes got.
So y'all be on the lookout and be aware of little short, round face, little hand ass, little baby hand, little fat baby hand,
Jurassic Park looking ass nigga.
So, in saying all that, director, I'm popping you on, girl. It is time for us to be gone. Are you ready to close the show out, ma'am, the proper way? Well, first of all, you got to cut your mic on.
Oh, my God. We don't find the word for that.
You got to cut your mic on.
Goodness.
I don't read
every time.
Great word, Marinette. Thank y'all, everybody who put their big word in there for tongue-tied tape.
Thank you so much, guys, for your comments.
Yes, and thank you so much to our guest, Miss Lisa Love.
Yes.
Y'all got the director on the screen. Y'all got the godfather of podcasting. You damn right. And don't forget, one of y'all gonna get strapped up with this right here.
I like that belt. That's a nice belt.
That's right. I'm telling you. All you have to do on June 15th is register for the podcast tournament. And I promise you, somebody gonna be blessed.
And what's the prizes, right quick? What's the prizes, real quick?
The prizes: $250, 1 year of free advertisement through
What?
Golden Driven Entertainment Productions,
What?
as well as
The belt.
6 pounds of beauty. This ain't no cheap stuff right here. This is real deal. So, in saying that, it's time to close out. And if all of y'all out there don't know what y'all been listening to, you have been listening to what?
Oh my God! It is the greatest news segment in history.
TMI with Tate. No, TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
This TMI will take, you never know how he coming. Grab a hold of your seats, he's about to start gunning. You talk about anything, he don't care. There you go again. Man, we can't take him nowhere. You ain't seen his memes, you ain't seen his posts. The bad man in the black sheep, the host that does the most. This dude is on it, you gotta check him out. It's TMI will take you ready for the knockout.
TMI with Tate.